Of homeless pets and those able to take them in don't match up, and despite all of Riverside County's efforts, the euthanizing rate here is devastatingly high.
Today they are hoping to put a new plan in place to cut the numbers of animals that are put to sleep. To explain, we go to KPSP Local 2's Mary Hensley live in Palm Desert. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Well, we are actually at a private residence here in Palm Desert, and that's because within the next hour or so, about 25 to 30 people are going to meet here. They will all be taking a bus up to the city of Riverside to support the county's latest plan to conquer the problem of euthanasia in shelters. Now, if you take a look at some of this video we shot just the other day, this is a Coachella Valley Animal Campus. 60% of these cats and dogs, that's 6 out of every 10, will have to be euthanized, and that's simply because there is just too many cats and dogs showing up at the shelters and not enough people that can take them in. We spoke with Chief Veterinarian of Riverside County, Alan Druces, and this is what he had to say about the new ordinance.
It's a matter of addressing or developing a strategy that would prevent animals from being impounded into the shelters, as opposed to all the strategies that we have and other organizations have used to get the animals out of the shelter. Adoption programs, foster programs, rescue programs. Those are pretty much maxed out.
Now, this ordinance is Ordinance 630. It would make it, again, mandatory for all pet owners to spay, neuter, and microchip their pets. Now, they are planning on being met with quite a few people that are going to oppose this plan, and that's because the people against this plan say that microchipping is expensive, and also spaying and neutering your pet should be a choice. It is a surgery. They also feel like this new ordinance would discriminate against responsible pet breeders. Now, coming up in the next hour, we're going to meet with Biggi. She is the one who put this whole big bus idea together, and she will be talking with us about why they are in support of Ordinance 630. They feel it's very important that everybody spay, neuter, and microchip their pets. For now, Andy and Evan, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mary.
Well, the number of homeless pets and those able to take them in don't match up, and despite all of Riverside County's efforts, the euthanizing rates here are high.
Yes, and today they're hoping to put a new plan in place to cut the numbers of animals that are put to sleep. To explain, we go live this morning to KPSP Local 2's Mary Hensley in Palm Desert. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Andy and Evan. Well, the ordinance that Riverside County is trying to pass is Ordinance 630, and this would require all pet owners to spay, neuter, and microchip their pets. Now, the reason why they say this is so important to pass this ordinance is because they say there are just too many pets at the shelters, and they can't find enough homes for them, which then leads to euthanasia. Joining me now as an advocate for passing this ordinance, Lindy Biggi. I said her name wrong last time. I got it right this time. Why is this so important to you?
I've been working on this issue for 15 years, and it's been a problem. However, it didn't really become a problem anybody else was aware of until Katrina. And then people start seeing that animals couldn't get home if they couldn't tell anybody where they live. So that's where I got into the microchipping. And the spay and neutering, where that is at this point, is that the shelters are full. And people don't seem to realize that 60% in our valley, I'm not talking anywhere else, it's worse in other places, 60% of the animals that walk in the door never walk out. They get killed. They get euthanized.
So you're going about this meeting today in a very big way. You've got a bunch of people here. They're all going to load on a bus. Tell me about that.
I got fire in my belly, and all these people do too. We want to see this happen, and we could care less about a law. There shouldn't need to even be a law. People should do it because it's the right thing to do.
Okay, now the bus has arrived. Coming up in the next half hour or so, we'll show you this bus. We'll also introduce you to some more of the people who are hopping on the bus, and we'll also talk with Lindy a little bit more about people that oppose this ordinance, because of course not everybody is in favor. For now, I'll pass it back to you, Andy and Evan.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary.
Welcome back, everyone. 6:34 is the time. The number of homeless pets in our area and those able to take them in obviously don't match up. And despite all of Riverside County's efforts, the euthanasia rates are high in our area.
Today, they're hoping to put a new plan in place to cut the numbers of animals that are put to sleep. And to explain, we go out live to KPSP Local 2's Mary Hensley in Palm Desert. Mary.
Good morning. Well, the County of Riverside is trying to pass an ordinance today. The ordinance is 630, and what it would do is require pet owners to spay, neuter, and microchip their pets. They say this will help with the number of animals that have to go through euthanasia at the local shelters. Joining me now to talk about this is Janet. She is with the Save a Pet organization as well. Why do you feel this is so important?
It's tremendously important because it will not only help reduce the tragedy of euthanized pets, but it's also a public safety measure because one of the issues that we're concerned about is there are so many fatal dog attacks on people, and 97% of those attacks involve dogs that are not spayed or not altered.
Okay, now you guys are jumping on this big bus. There's a bunch of your friends here that are joining you to make a statement. There's a lot of people that oppose this ordinance, and they say that microchipping is expensive and that spay or neutering should be a choice. What do you have to say about that?
Well, spaying and neutering is something that's really affordable. Anyone that can afford it can get a voucher to help cover most of the cost. And the cost really is to the public, taxpayers, because of the huge expense that's incurred when an animal has to be sheltered at public expense.
So you guys are hopping on this bus. Why put this group together? I mean, tell us about what's going to be happening.
We're going to testify on behalf of the ordinance once we get there. We're hoping that it will have the support of the board today, and we're hoping to reduce the huge rising euthanasia that's going on, and not only in our county but throughout the country.
You've got quite a group together.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
And so today, what would be the ultimate goal? What would be the ultimate outcome, and what do you see for the future?
We hope to, first of all, target the irresponsible pet owners who allow their dogs, to roam the streets, attack people, the animals aren't spayed, and then they bring the litters into the public shelters. Secondly, we're hoping to raise the public awareness that euthanasia is still a problem. Over 5 million pets are euthanized every year in America. That translates into 575 animals every hour. And most of those animals are treatable and very adoptable.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, there is still some space on this bus. There's about 8 to 10 spaces, we're told. If anybody's interested, the bus is leaving here at about 7:30 this morning. If you'd like to hop on, you can find the address by just giving our station a call. And real quick, Gigi says, microchip your pets. I wanted to introduce you. I haven't yet. Andy and Evan, back to you.
Okay, very cute. Hold her up a little higher. We can barely see her.
Yeah,
oh,
there you go.
Aw, tell her we said hi too, Mary.
Gigi says, microchip your pets.
Thanks, Mary.
All right, sounds good, Mary. Thanks. Let's give you a checkup of today's forecast in case you want to take your dog for a walk today. It certainly will be a good day for that.